As I said last time, we're playing the game called Home. This is for the PlayStation 4, and I am live streaming now. Alright, we'll just pick up where we were. I was in the forest. Ha ha ha. We had gone through a house, a little sewer system, and now we're in the woods. I'm not really sure what Steve is looking for here, but we're searching for something. Was someone else out in those woods? Why did they abandon their campsite? Okay, the bear would not be happy about this situation. Oh, rock. Sheep don't. So I shone my flashlight inside and could see some bedrolls, two backpacks, and a cooler. What's in the cooler? I felt like if I kept rooting through the someone would walk in on me. I don't care. Take stuff. Take stuff. There's a cooler. Get yourself a brewski. Steve, what is wrong with you? Okay, I think it came through this way. Let's go through this one. It feels like a big maze. No, 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 no! Don't! No! No, no! Alright. But it's saying no. We're going inside. Looks like a bathroom. The grimy sink had a small pit in it that looked almost clean. Thanks for letting me know. What's that? A musty wooden plank propped up the stall door. It didn't really seem useful. Did I bother to take it? Of course. I wasn't sure why, but I took the plank. Where did you put that? Did you see how big that plank was? It was like at least up to his shirt. Where did he put it? Look at him dancing. I took the plank. I took the plank. Or maybe he put it in his shirt. Game logic. Alright, let's go in this one. Oh, back at the beginning. I had finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I never wanted to return there. Nice. How do you know it's the exit? Finding that campsite had been strangely unsettling. I couldn't imagine why anyone would abandon their site in the middle of the night, especially in that dark forest. I was relieved, at least, to find out of there, to finally be out of there. Even now, as I peered through the dense trees, I could see cracks of light in a bit of land beyond. I must have been getting closer to town, but where exactly was I? Come on, Steve, get it together. As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I had worked as a machinist for all those years. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. What? What? Hole or door? Hole or door? Hole. Holy crap. Is that a policeman? I found the body of a security guard. Just doing his job, no doubt. His face was covered with blood from some kind of head wound. I wondered, was this flashlight his? You're thinking too into this, Steve. I saw the blunt wound on the guard's head and looked again at the flashlight I was carrying. Oh no, please. Dug into the ground was a cracked old watch. First my wallet and now this? Did I retrieve my watch? Yeah. The watch was useless, but I put it on my wrist anyway. Doesn't that seem kind of like you're guilty? I mean, your watch is at the scene of a crime. Bye, Fred. No! Hi, Fred. I just want to say hi again. I'm, I'm sorry. Yes. This might work. Is that a butterfly? Hey, my locker. One of the lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. How do you know? The door was locked shut, and there was a little electronic box under the handle. A sign was pasted to the front that said, "Danger, close for repairs." There was a large power box and with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, snaking off to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear and cobwebs had collected on the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. The door was locked tight. It seemed to be connected to the power box beside it. Well then, looks like nothing is open. Let's go upstairs. Cha-cha-cha. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. Where? This one? The board contained yellowing clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. Why can't I read them? Hey, Norman! Stop coming late to work! A power panel. Looks like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? Yeah. Never know. You might need it. Ooh. The open locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside. It was scratched out and the face was unrecognizable. Why would you do that? A power panel. Let's turn it back on. What do we got here? Another door. Of course. Wait. There was a rusty looking card slot on the side. So I need a card. Huh. There we go. Alright, alright, alright. Wait, was that everything up there? Hold up. What's on the right? See, I must miss something. Look at these upside down smiley faces. Our old break table. The layer of dust and grime only made seeing this sting more. Seeing with it, the table, or like the fact that you don't work here anymore? Wait, did I just go upstairs? The door had been hastily boarded up. How do you know if it was hastily boarded up or like slowly boarded up? This was Norman's locker. The door was dented, like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked here. A utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? Yeah. As I took the hammer, I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. That means someone had used it. The locker was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Did I take the card? Yeah. I slipped the key card into my pocket. This is most likely for that door that required a key card. Come on, panel, what are you doing to me? There we go. There we go. Alright, let's backtrack. Where was this door? Pretty sure the card key door was this way. The card key I found seemed like it would pass through this reader. Did I use the card key? Yes! Yes. Excellent. Alright. Yes. What do we got? There was some kind of ventilation hatch there. It looked like I could jump to the room below. My leg hurt enough as it was, but I couldn't see another option. No, let's hold up. If I was too chicken to jump down that broken ladder before, why do it now? There had to be another way. No, let's go ahead. Jeez. Oh man, my leg hurt like hell. Ouch! He's walking fine. You're fine. What's this? There was a crumpled up letter on the floor. It had been scratched out heavily and it was hard to make out. Did I try the letter? Yeah. Most of the letter was violently scratched out with what looked to be a ballpoint pen. All I could make out was need to. Just don't. Drinking. Need. Norman! Who was Norman writing to? We'll figure it out. That poor guard. Was the flashlight I carried his? I can't stop thinking about it. It looked like he had met his end violently. I only hoped it was quick. I had to get home to Rachel, but I couldn't stop thinking about Norman. He and Rachel were friends. Could he help? It wasn't like I really had anyone else to turn to. My leg burned up with pain. I only hoped I could find my way through the dark path before me and get to Norman's store. What time is it? Where he's just like walking around and he thinks Norman's gonna be up. Hey, Normie. Wake up. Wake up. The garbage bin was a disgusting mess of rotten food in slick black bags. I saw a thin greenish corner poking out from one of the bags. It was my driver's license. It looked damaged. Did I take it back? How did you even see that? I cleaned the card up as best I could. It looked pretty beat. I was amazed to have found my credit card, and now this. I tucked the card into my wallet next to my credit card. I have no idea how you saw that. It's like nighttime and everything. It sounded like it was going to start raining again. Oh gosh darn it. I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet except for the faint sound of a television. He just leave his back door unlocked? He just open for home invasion and theft. The entrance to the front of the store was locked from the inside. Looked like I couldn't just pop it open. It needed a key. There was a bit of blood on the keyhole. Yep, perfectly normal. Back door unlocked, blood on the keyhole. Gotcha. It's creaky in here. Blood. No comment about the blood. Oh no! Oh no! The TV still flickered some indecipherable channel. See, he kind of looks like he's still alive. Oh no! I couldn't believe what I was seeing! Norman, my coworker and one of the few friends I had in this town, lay dead beside his armchair. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he'd been stabbed or something trying to get up. Norman, you deserve better than this. Did I close his eyes? Sure. I wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace, or if I just couldn't stand to think anymore about what was going on. Quickly, I closed Norman's eyes. Why would you touch him? The poor bastard. Alright, let's just keep rooting through his house. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings from 2 cups still there in the wood. Come on, Norman, get your stuff together. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? Of course I did. I found a hairpin amongst the rotting food and trash and pocketed it. Why would you think to take that? And how would you find that? A hairpin is so small. Sounds like Norman had a lady friend over. Or had questionable things going on in his life where he would need a hairpin. Alright, so Norman's dead. There's that. Despite the shock of already finding Norman in that state, seeing this turned my stomach just as much. It was one of Rachel's old fall coats. What was it doing there? Was she okay? I just, I got this feeling he was sleeping with Rachel. Steve found out and he just killed them. But I'm just saying. There was a well-maintained gun cabinet here in Norman's room. I didn't know much about guns, but it looked like he kept a few hunting rifles. That's it? You're not gonna take one? You're not gonna take one? Steve. There are dead people everywhere, and you're not gonna take a hunting rifle. This doesn't smell good for you. Are we gonna lockpick the door? I used the hairpin to pick the lock. The hairpin snapped in half, so I threw it away. How do you just know how to do that? The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. And then she, got a little busy with Norman, if you know what I'm saying. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. Fat stack. The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. No ice cream. There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape then. Now it's all gross. What else would I be forced to endure before the end? Seeing Norman up there dead, it turned my stomach just to think of it, but I couldn't put it out of my mind. How was he involved in all this? This was getting worse and worse. I was starting to feel incredibly vulnerable. As I stepped out into the rain, I realized how close I was to home. Yes! I hoped I would soon find my answers. Soon, my friend, soon. Yes. TV. There's a lot of doors to choose from here. What's behind door number 3? Or 4? Alright, 4 doors. Let's start with door number 1. Is this door number 1? Hold on. This one is. It was locked. This wasn't the right gate. Jeez. Nope. Yay! What's this? The neighborhood's local post box. A letter was sticking out as if someone hadn't pushed it all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter? Yeah! There was a no return address, but the envelope was addressed to Norman. Well, Norman doesn't really need it now, so I guess it's not really a bad thing that I read it. Carefully, I tore it open and looked at the letter inside. It read, "Stay away, she's mine." That was it. No signature, no other information. Pretty sure Steve wrote that, but I'm just spitballing here. More blood. Alright, so now there's 3 doors. Let's try this one. Yes! I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. Rachel, I'm home. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. Rachel? The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. Not a good sign. Hey, hey, let me open the fridge. I'm hungry. Daddy's hungry. I remember having breakfast here, on this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? This very table. Rachel? Rachel! There was a small pile of mail on the floor, in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill there. Did I open it? Yeah. I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? What? I paid my bills. The front door was locked from inside. I couldn't go out, though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. Rachel. This door. The door to the basement. It was locked. Where had I put the damn key? They have a lot of house plants. They have like 3 floors. It's a big house. Tell me that doesn't look like sushi. It looks like sushi. I had found the last missing piece from my wallet. The old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me, reminding me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable, but did I keep it anyway? Yeah. I replaced the photo in my wallet, feeling like I had got part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Our television. I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterward, but then it was too late. It's never too late. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. Isn't this your house? Why is everything locked? Expecting burglars soon? Oh no. I don't want to deal with it. The books there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I looked more closely, it looked like the man in the house had some of the same books as I did. Shouldn't you know what books you have? There was a suitcase on the bed. It was Rachel's. I remembered it from that trip we took out west. Did I open the suitcase? Yeah. I wasn't sure what to make of the suitcase's contents. Inside were a few days' worth of clothes, some toiletries, and a train ticket? Where was she planning to go? She's leaving you. She's going with Norman. I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen. And you couldn't take it, man. You blacked out one crazy. Our hallway mirror had been smashed, its pieces scattered around the floor. This does not look well. Bathroom. I hear noises in here. Our sink, which needed to be replaced. One of the taps always stuck, but I hadn't got around to fixing it yet. Terrible husband. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. Alright, another room. My laptop had been left on and only had a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key in the top drawer of my desk. Did I take it? Yeah. I pocketed the key. It's probably to the downstairs room. Let's go down and check it out. Not ready to go in the attic yet. The door was stuck shut. Huh, so nope. Was there another upstairs up here? No. So, front door, I guess. I don't remember there being another locked door. Well then. Ah, basement. There were old Christmas decorations in the box. I couldn't even remember our last Christmas. The garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key here. Did I take the key? I did take the key. I took the small key and tried to remember what it unlocked. Obviously it wasn't that important if you threw it in the trash. There were old clothes, tools, and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. I had put up this divider wall last summer so we could create a separate room in the basement. I hadn't finished it yet, so the door was stuck and the drywall was poorly installed. I might have been able to break through if I found something heavy enough. Nice. It looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in here? There was an old crowbar on the floor. Did I need to take the crowbar? Yeah. I lifted the heavy crowbar. I appreciated its weight. What? I appreciate you, crowbar. I appreciate you. Alright, let's bash this wall in, fool. Did I break through the wall with the crowbar? Yeah! With a heave, I swung the crowbar at the wall. I smashed a large hole enough to step through. As I stepped through the broken wall, my breath was caught in my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down there? Was she okay? What is this Illuminati thing on the wall? Don't look. I'm gonna look. I don't wanna, but I'm gonna look. Another cage. I feel like this. Uh-oh. Don't look. A filthy looking pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful and made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile to see what lay within, but I knew I had to. I had come this far. After all this searching, after all I'd seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? What, I have to choose? Yeah. What if I said no? Oh my god. What is this? Oh no. My hands trembled as I pulled back of the layers of cloth. There at the center, under all the dirt and mess, was my beloved, my Rachel. Her arms were bruised all over and slashed repeatedly. Her clothes were ripped and torn, and even through all that sickening blood, it was obvious she had been stabbed to death. The knife I had carried all the way suddenly seemed like a poison. What had happened, Rachel? Who did this to you? I thought about all I had seen and wondered if any of it could help me figure out who had done this. And when I couldn't stay there any longer, I stepped away on shaky legs and made my way back upstairs. Reluctantly, exhausted from my journey, I could no longer resist the urge to close my eyes. How do you know sleep at a time like this? Has nobody heard of calling the police? Alright guys, I'm gonna stop that here. That's all I got time for today, so I hope you're enjoying the game so far, because I certainly am. So, we have just found out Rachel's dead. It's terrible. Can't wait to see what happens next. And we'll find out next time. So, have a good night, everyone.